There it is, a nice blast of Dominican smoke to start the occasion. This is Two Hands in a Face Audio. We are very grateful to have you here in our company. And on this occasion, we're having a look at the Seymour Duncan Pickup Booster Mini pedal. And this is a pedal they've had out for a handful of years, but the one we're looking at is a new revised edition. First of all, it's a mini housing format. Teeny tiny, takes up very little real estate on your pedal board, adds very little weight to your gig bag. Kind of wonderful. Also, they have added some tonal controls, which I will explain to you shortly. Cheers, by the way. Let's start with the clean sound we'll be using and enhancing. I'm playing a Charvel double humbucker with coil tapping capacity through a 50 watt tube amp, 12 AX7s, 6L6s. I think I switched it to 5881s, but you get the idea. So this is the sound we're initially working with. Nice round clean sound. Very clear, very articulate, very balanced in the EQ. I've got my Seymour Duncan Pickup Booster Mini set at about a quarter of its gain capacity, and it's a 25 decibel pedal full out. So we've got dialed in, 7 or 8 decibels here. Let's see what it does to my clean tone with that nominal gain setting. So we're already hearing a little bit more clarity. We're already hearing a little bit more articulation, especially from our live studio audience. And listen to the little bit of bite it'll give you. So, just to contrast again, there's my regular clean sound. Here it is enhanced at a low gain setting with the Seymour Duncan Mini Pickup Booster. You can hear the difference, man. There's a bite going on there that we're not getting otherwise. Let's go ahead and lift it up to about half its capacity while we're still in the clean channel. Here's the Seymour Duncan Pickup Booster Mini on half gain, so it's about 12, 13 decibels. Okay, so we've not only dramatically increased the volume, but we've changed the timbre and the color of the tone a little bit. We're getting a lot more in the low-mid area, and we're getting a little bit of a bite when we dig in hard. So I can play really, really lightly and crisp. Or I can dig in and get that distortion going. You can hear it, especially in the bridge position. So we're getting a nice bite out of a relatively clean sound. So let's talk about the tonal capability that's been added. We have a resonance control on this pedal now, and the resonance control has 2 settings. The first setting will basically enhance your tone by capping the high-end frequency response. So it's taking a little bit of the edge off, a little bit of the sizzle, and it's going to warm up the sound of your pickup, basically. So let's give ourselves a sound without the resonance switch engaged. Here it is in its first position. It's a subtle change, but it's a profound one. It takes a little bit of the top edge off, and I'm going to go ahead and switch it into the second position, the resonance switch, which makes it even a little bit darker still. And it profoundly darkens that signal. You can definitely hear it taken off the top in this setting. And these are with double coil pickups, so it changes the timbre a little bit and it cuts the high a little bit. Let's see what happens in the clean channel when we use the same resonance switch to affect our single coil sound. Fortunately, this guitar is capable of damn near anything, including that sound. This guitar can turn water into wine, man. So, here's our single coil sound with the pickup booster engaged, but not with the resonance switch engaged. So it's very, very crisp, very high and responsive, like any single coil is apt to be. Let's try our position 1 on the resonance switch. So you can already tell it's warmed it up a little bit. It's shifted its response down a little bit. It cut a little bit of the high end off. Let's switch into the darker position with the single coil setting. So we've got a very, very dark sound for a single coil, and I would say a very, very handy sound for a single coil. You can do a lot of things with this tone setup. You can get a lot of different sounds out of one guitar. If you're just playing a Strat with single coil pickups, here's a great package of versatility for you. If you're playing a guitar like this Charvel that has switchable capability between double coil and single coil, more versatility still. That is a single coil sound, so I'm going to switch it back into double coil, and a lot more signals, so we're getting a lot more distortion out of it, and that's in that very, very dark resonance switch position. So let's get into the real fun of having a booster pedal. We're going to get into the gain setting or the distortion channel of the amp. So here's my basic tone. So it's a nasty sound, but listen to what happens to it at about half gain with the Seymour Duncan Pickup Booster engaged. Nasty sound. It's already helping me churn out some great feedback at a really low volume because I'm keeping it at room volume so I can talk over it, and I'm still getting that screaming feedback thanks to this Seymour Duncan Pickup Booster Mini pedal. So it changes the timbre completely in the distortion channel, and I'm going to demonstrate with some basic chords again. That's just my regular distorted sound without any kind of enhancement from this wonderful little gadget. So let's hear it again. Now I'm engaging the Seymour Duncan. See what it did there? Totally scooped it, made it sound great. And again, I'm enjoying the feedback it's bringing, even at low volume. This pedal really kind of turns your run-of-the-mill tube amp into a blistering old Marshall, you know what I mean? Listen to the attack I'm getting with this pedal engage. And that's with fingers. So we're getting an immense amount of attack enhancement. We're getting a whole new timbre that's very pleasing to the ear. I love what this pedal does with my distortion, and it's a go-to now. It's on my pedal board. It's in my gigging rotation. This is my favorite new toy. And that said, I can't encourage you enough to go to your Seymour Duncan dealer and try one of these out. If you can't find one of these at your brick and mortar establishment, first of all, make a lot of fun of them, hurt their feelings, and secondly, go online to somebody like Sweetwater. Sweetwater will not only sell you this pedal from a plenitude of inventory that they have on hand, but they will send you a bag of candy for your trouble. How can you not love that, man? And it's vintage candy, you know, like old Taffy's type stuff. It's wonderful. So, I can't encourage you enough to try out this pedal. Here's to you, your playing and your gigging. Join us again, please, and hit subscribe. We want to have you come back again and again. Get in our notes and share your experiences with us. We'd love to hear what you think of what's going on here, or if you have your own experience with your own favorite pedal or toy, let us know about it. Here's to you. Thank you so much. Hit subscribe and be well, my friends.